Air Techniques Private Limited. This company is based in Chennai. They are leading manufacturers of industrial fans in India with global standards. Jayanthi has 30 years of working experience in sales and marketing of industrial fans, instrumental cooling fans, EC fans, ventilation fans for all kinds of industries across India. She is also proficient at strategic planning, business development, projects, production, finance, and global partnership management. Basically, she does it all. Her success and winning strategy is accept the challenges and stay committed. I would now invite Jayanthi for her address, please.
Thank you, Sujal, for your introduction. Thanks a lot. Okay, now I would like to, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy to meet all of you today on the screen after a very long time. It's a great pleasure to welcome each one of you for the first edition of Women in Ishrae Network Forum. Before I start, I would like to present about Women in Ishrae. Just give me, I'll just share my presentation. Okay. Hope everyone is able to see the presentation.
Yes.
Welcome to Women in Ishrae presentation. With great pride, I present our Women in Ishrae committee for 24-25. Hope many of people know our team. And about our society, I thought, we can play our video, but many people know this. Ishrae is Indian Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, founded in 1981. Today, we have nearly 20,000 HVAC professionals, and out of which 1,100 members are from women. And it operates over 60 chapters and sub-chapters all over India, with HQ in Delhi and international chapters in Qatar, UAE, Bangladesh, and Kenya. And this is Women in Ishrae. Why Women in Ishrae is formed. New technology in HVAC is not only creating more opportunities in the workforce, but also generating a more diverse sets of job in the industry. So HVAC industry seems to have everything except women. So taking a cue from SDG 5, and we created in 2017 Women in Ishrae, adding 100 plus women members in 2017, led by our mentor Nivedita. Okay, this is our primary objective. The primary objective of Women in History is to increase the representation, participation, and opportunities for women in the HVACR industry. Women in HVACR initiatives are in line with our national theme, MAR, that is a Marketer, Advancement, Advocacy, Reforms, Growth, and Inspire and Inclusion. Our focus will be on leadership development by conducting WA programs at national level, zonal, and chapter level. This is our vision, women to lead in all society activities and thereby develop HVAC and our society. And we would like to have a shift from women development to women-led development, and now women driving development. Of course, we all can see now, and inclusion of women force in all society activities. This is our mission. WA forges positive visibility through leadership program Shakti that recognizes and supports women leadership at national, zonal, chapter as well as sub-chapter level. Many people would have witnessed, we have done 5 Shaktis last 2 years. And we are also initiated the technical program called FemTech, focusing technical education, digitalization, industry connect, environmental sustainability to enhance their technical knowledge. And we are also giving opportunity for networking through She Alliance program with our associated partners. And now the important program is WA Network Forum, which today we are conducting is to ensure, to inspire inclusion for supportive environment in the industry for the new joining and startups in the industry to showcase their talents. And also we would like to inspire to become TG member to lead the technical forum. And I would like to present the journey of WA since 2017. When we started in 2017, we had a handful of people, around 100. Today, we are 10 times. We have under 1,100 members are today, and 95% people are active. And members are from manufacturers, consultants, architects, scientists, engineers, academias, and professionals, and many more. And today our women are leading as a society chairs, chapter presidents, CWC members, zonal chairs, committee chairs, like that. Today we have 50 plus women speakers in Ishrae, and we initiated Dare to Dream to encourage women participation during Anushrie's program. Today our women members are participating in other society and creating Dare to Dream, and we have also launched flagship program Shakti in Bangalore under the leadership of Deepa, and we have almost completed 5 editions actually Shakti. And we have also signed MOU with the TRWGC and Wiki with the help of Ms. Nivedita. Today, 25 plus chapters are having women chair, both in India as well as in international chapters. And we are proudly announce the upcoming event, that is the International Women Program. It is happening at our Indian ground at Calcutta. That is happening on 3rd and 4th at Calcutta during REFCOL. The title is Women in Cool Careers, A Story of Cooling. Okay, this is jointly with UNAP, and it's happening on 4th October at 10 a.m. Till 1 p.m. And the programs are lined up. 4 technical presentations are going to be there, and 2 roundtable conferences are going to be there. So our speakers are, and speakers and panelists, you can see here. I urge everyone to be part of this. I request everyone to join there. And you can have more details with Ms. Nivedita will be covering in her speech. And our upcoming Shakti are now the Shakti is moved to zonal level, south, west. This year, West 1, West 2. And also we are going to international also. That is Dubai chapter is planning to have it on 25th January 25. So this year totally we are planning 5 Shaktis. Already 1 Shakti is over at Delhi last month. And we are also having Femtech. We have also lined up with Femtech in South, West, North. Already South Chennai already completed in the month of April. Now this week we are having it at Bangalore. Next is Ahmedabad and Gurugram. I request everyone to join from the respective chapters. I wanted to thank you. Today, this important session is Network Forum. My special thanks to Nivedita Jadhav. Many people know Nivedita. I think we can spotlight her. It is it is my honor to recognize her. She is also a backbone of designing this WA Network Forum, which is one of its kind program initiated for members exclusively. The key highlights are to spotlight the remarkable talents and expertise within our community, and is also a unique opportunity for women members to share their knowledge, experiences, and insights on topic they are passionate about, and also to know each other members and growing our network. Many thanks to the speaker who has given her consent for today's program. I also thank Sujal for anchoring this program. Thank you all. Please sit back and enjoy the program. I hope this program is going to inspire all of us. Thank you all.
Wonderful, Jayanthi. Thank you so much. I would now request the back office team to please play the video of Ishrae. Let us, see what Ishrae does. Apart from everything that Jayanthi spoke, let us see the larger picture as well. Meenakshi, we cannot hear it. You need to unmute.
It's not audible.
Meenakshi, I think you are having some challenges in playing I mean, we can't hear it, so let's just continue and carry on with the program. There's no point in watching a video on mute.
Thank you, Meenakshi. Thank you for trying. If you are able to, solve that problem, maybe we can revisit that later. So moving to the next leg of this event and the part, for which we have all been waiting for, let me introduce today's speaker, Ms. Bhavana Chittawar. The director of SEE Tech Solutions Private Limited. She is the secretary of Ishrae Nagpur chapter, and she is also the president of AEE Western India chapter. She has bagged the award for Energy Professional Development for South Asia region by Association of Energy Engineers. She has also bagged an award of Women Innovator, 1000 Women of Asia Award. She is selected for Women in Energy cohort by Powered Accelerator, and she is an expert in energy efficiency, sustainability, as well as IT-based solutions. Thank you so much for being the speaker of the day today. This is very special because this is the first webinar of the series, Bhavana ma'am. Today's session will highlight the energy efficient technologies for net zero buildings. I encourage everyone to participate actively, share your thoughts, and let this be a platform for meaningful dialogue and connections. The chat box shall be open. Please, you can write your questions in the Q&A box, and all questions shall be, addressed at the end of the session. So let us all enjoy the webinar. And over to you, Ms. Bhavana.
Thank you, Sujal. And thank you, Ishrae, Women in Ishrae, for giving me this opportunity. I'm so happy that I am the first speaker of this series. Sujal has already introduced me, and let me start with my presentation. So is my screen visible?
Yes.
So the topic that I have chose for this series is I being from energy efficiency company. So energy efficient technologies for net zero industries and buildings. And so I've covered both, that is industries and buildings. So, I mean, we have been talking about sustainability a lot. India has a net zero targets set for 2070. In addition to this, industries are facing challenge in the European and the US markets because of the regulations there. Now CBAM is in place. So definitely becoming net zero is on the agenda of most of the industries. And also buildings are looking for the ratings so that they can be net zero. And of course, it is a challenge to pay such a huge electricity bill. And each one of us has to do our part for sustainability, because that's what is the need of today. So let's see what is the objectives and the agenda for this net zero. So the objectives are sustainability, decarbonization, then climate change reversal, global warming, and GHG emission reductions. And the actionable agenda, what we have laid down for this approaching this net zero is reducing the specific energy consumption, then reducing specific GHG emissions, and kWh and fuel consumption per day. Also, the percentage share of renewable energy has to be increased if possible. Then utility energy consumption per unit of production, then targeted percentage energy consumption reduction each year you have to see that what is the target, then what are the budgets allocated for reducing this energy consumption or GHG emission, and GHG, how are you offsetting the GHG, how and by when to become net zero energy. That is, you have to address the scope 1, 2, and 3, and by when you have to be net zero carbon. So that all should be the agenda for any company looking for net zero. So in this here, now let us see what is happening actually. So everyone is aware of the solar energy and the benefits of that, which is huge. I mean, we have, as a country, we have laid down the great targets for this solar, also windmills. But for energy efficiency, it is being neglected to a lot, whereas it has real that even if you go for this complete solar, I mean, whatever is the best capacity possible, then still there is a scope for reduction using this energy efficiency, and you can reduce so that to make it net zero. So in a nutshell, net zero is not possible unless and until energy efficiency is addressed, right? Energy efficiency is having a potential of 20 to 40% saving potential in manufacturing facility, and in commercial building it is also around 50%. Then energy efficiency has double the ROI of solar PV. Capital cost that is required for solar PV or windmill is very high. So in order to reduce down this capital cost, also if energy efficiency is addressed first, so this capital cost can come down. So what energy efficiency can do? So these technologies are growing at very fast rate. And like there are many numbers of technologies, and each day we are able to see that something new is happening in the field, and we are trying to explore more and more on this. Then it has potential to bring down your energy cost by over 20%. It is a technically proven and financially feasible. I mean, all the technologies that we are addressing for energy efficiency has a payback period of less than 2 years. Also, it is possible to do these projects in a guaranteed savings manner. So the industry or the building facility is not at a loss in case of failure of projects. Also, now banks have come up with very good schemes for financings, and so that the net positive cash flow is maintained from day one. Renewable energy, as we discussed earlier, is not sufficient to get net zero. For many commercial buildings, the rooftop is not available. I mean, area available is very less, and requirement is very high, because air conditioning loads for building mostly the buildings like hospitals or hospitality industry. So there the air conditioning load is very high, which this renewable energy, that is solar rooftop project, cannot suffice. So in order for that, you need to address the energy efficiency. Also, the energy efficiency ROI is double that of renewable energy. For renewable energy, the payback period is around 4 to 5 years, whereas for energy efficiency is less than 2 years. Now let's take an example of manufacturing unit. I have taken this for a manufacturing unit. So it is a large corporate manufacturing and processing unit, and they wish to achieve net zero. So the baseline is 12,500 units per day, and for that is the electrical, and 800 liters of HSD per day in boiler. So they install a full capacity. I mean, whatever is the space is available, and the load that can be sanctioned from the utility. So that much is already installed. That is 1,000 kilowatt rooftop project is already there. Again, with net metering option. So it can achieve 4,000 to 4,000 units per day of electricity generation from the solar, which is just maximum 36%. Now this again, it is further limited by when the electricity is not available. and then the plant will work on the diesel jet. And as we can see, the climate change is happening very fast, and many times nowadays, even when it is not expected, the weather is cloudy, and therefore again the generation opportunity is lost. So this is the limitation. And then again, the boiler is converted to agricultural waste-based briquette fired. So thus 100% of HSD consumption is offset. So this is taken care of. I mean, HSD consumption is already taken. So now what about the remaining electricity that is being consumed? We still need to figure out like how to address that. So let us see this from energy efficiency perspective. So we need to first get back the 8 to 10% of loss of generation back. That is from the solar, if we work on it properly. So by proper cleaning methods, having a proper schedule for cleaning and maintenance, we can definitely get back the 8 to 10% loss of this generation. Then again, we can improve, since now the DG loading and DG performance, to get 3.5 units per liter of diesel. Then change the vacuum pump technology, that is 35% of the connected load, either steam based or energy efficient electrical motor driven, it can be done. Then replacing all 15 hours per day plus operating motors. So IE5 energy efficiency motors. Now this IE5 efficiency motors is again bringing revolution in industries as well as in buildings. And it is giving the savings like up to the tune of 10 to 30%. So going for direct drive instead of belt drive, again, the losses will be saved and give you 10 to 15% of the savings. Utility automation will give the savings of 5 to 10%. Then replacing compressor air totally from cleaning applications can also be done. Then removing no load losses from the air compressor, utilizing off-grid with energy storage options, energy efficient lighting and fans. So in fans also, all the fans should be replaced by BLDC fans. Again, wherever it is possible, day lighting and natural roof ventilation instead of powered exhaust fans can be done. So this list, it is going on and on. Why? Because there are a number of energy efficiency technologies are increasing day by day. So there is no dearth of these technologies and there is no dearth for implementation. So you can, I mean, this can be an ongoing activity. It can never, we can never say that we have 100% done all possible things, because the scope is huge. So let us discuss this, some of these technologies. I have not covered all, but I have covered some of this. So most important one of them is I4 and I5 energy efficiency motors. So now here I've taken a case. So you can here see the old motor again, which is replaced by a new motor. And this is the energy efficient motor, that is I5 energy efficient motor. Now these are small motors. So here in this case, you can see that earlier the consumption earlier the consumption was 6.141 per hour, and 6141 and 6.141, and it is reduced to 4.7. Right. Similarly, here the maximum kilowatt earlier was 1.491, which is reduced to 1.033. And the savings here is 22.91%. And units saved per year is 1876. And rupees saved is rupees 18197. And the payback period is 18 months. So this is just one very small motor. Like this, in industries and buildings, there are n numbers of motors. So if we, wherever it is possible, some of them may have some operational limitations. So there we should not be touching it. But in most of the places, this replacement can be done. And the savings can be obtained. So here in this case, it was 22.91% of savings obtained. Now let's see another example. So here you can see the old motor, which was set up at site. These are all photographs from the site. And this is for a some rubber manufacturing company, and so the here in this case, and I mean the rating have been kept same, that is 1.5 kilowatt. Old motor was replaced with a new 1.5 kilowatt month. So earlier the consumption was 0.472, and the later on it was 0.273. So kWh is 0.894 and 0.49. So here you can see that 45% of savings have been achieved. And these savings, these differ from case to case. I cannot say that at one place I've got 45% of saving. So similar motor, if I use it in the next building, so we'll get the same savings. Operational conditions may be different, and so therefore these savings vary. Again, this here we can see that 2.2 kilowatt motor was replaced by 1.5 kilo. Now here we have targeted for a lower size motor, because the result, I mean the output which is expected can be achieved with and using energy. Since we are going for energy efficient motor, we can achieve the same with a smaller size motor. Right? So here in this case we have reduced down the size. So when we are reducing this size, also we are saving rupees in terms of our capital investments also. So here also you can clearly see the difference that we have, and we have achieved the savings of around 29.31%. And so now the next technology is for AHU blower and the coaxial fans. So in case of AHU blower, since we have, these are again efficient blowers, so plug fans and mixed flow fans are used, and some automation is required for VFD. And here in this case, the payback period was 2 years, and the capital investment is also lower than the EC fans. Now here we have compared it with the EC fans, and the payback period is less than 2 years. And now here super efficient coaxial fans have been used and giving the higher savings and ROI than EC and EC plus fans. So here in this case, in AHU blower, we received the saving of 77%, and for exhaust blower, the savings were 59%. Now, in this case, also what we can see here is in AHU blower, here you can see that this is belt driven, and in the after case, what you can see is the direct mount. So again, this savings are because of this belt driven losses due to belt driven, so that have been reduced further. Then as we said that nowadays the technology is improving in each and every equipment, and also we have this super efficient pumps that are available, which can again be connected to energy efficient motors, that is I5 energy efficient motors. And this photograph which you are seeing is for a public swimming pool, wherein the 4 pumps were replaced along with the motors. And here in this case, the savings was around 10%, and the payback period is less than a year. And because of automation, again some automation was done here, and because of that we have received got the additional savings also. So earlier it was 9.1 kilowatt into 4, that is around 36, and later what we got was 6.3 kilowatt into 4. So all these results are proven on the field, achieved on the field, and that is why we are able to share this, that for whatever may be the your equipment, you should always look for the energy efficient options that are available in market, and this has to be a continuous process. It cannot be a one-time process, but it has to be done on a continuous basis, that wherever we can improve, we should be looking for improvements and go for it. Then again, wherever there is a pressure requirement, steam requirement, so there you can use the back pressure turbines. So this is for a food industry where the capacity is 2000 kilowatt. And the advantage was it has bypassed pressure reducing station, and electricity generation is 1.26 mega units per annum, and savings is 10 point to the tune of 10.71 million in INR per annum. Then again, this project has reduced the GHG emission by 1134 metric ton, and payback period is 14 months. So here again, in this case, even after this investments, you are having a payback period of 14 months. So that is why energy efficiency should not be neglected. Even if we are going for solar, it is you should always look for energy efficiency options, so that your solar rooftop solar can accommodate more area. I mean, that can better be utilized. Now, how is this process of energy efficiency project implementation? So it's a combination of energy efficiency and project management expertise. And of course, all the professionals have to take care of this, that you have to, I mean, the project, making project success is also, it's not that you are just having the equipment, just change the equipment and you get the results. But implemented it in the right way, and later on monitoring it, and whatever the operational changes that are required to be done, all that has to be done, so that we get a proper results, desired results. So I mean, you should always make a target, like how much savings you want to achieve. Then identify the partner, whether you want to go with particular vendor, whether you want to go with a particular consultants, or whether you want to go for the implementation and agency who is taking care of the results. So the options are plenty. If you are, and of course you can have an in-house teams also, wherein they can work on themselves. Then identifying energy efficient projects with investment and ROI. So this has to be done rigorously before we start for the project, or before we decide on which project to go for, because one should look for the one which is having a minimum investment and a better ROI initially. And so that you get the confidence that yes, energy efficient technologies can work and give you result. Now, again, you have to decide like who is going to do it, who is going to take the responsibility of the this particular project, whether it is the one who is implementing it, or whether the company themselves, or industry, or the facility themselves want to take this responsibility, has to be decided. Then after the project has been implemented, monitoring is very, very important, because if it is not monitored, then the project, I mean, the project may fail. That after some time you may get a call that this particular project is not working, right? Because it is not project. So any project that is implemented, a monitoring is must. Then again, the results are to be communicated properly to the proper stakeholders, so that it is propagated in the market, and like many more people go for it. Now again, let us look at this one particular example for a briquette fired thermic fluid heater. I mean, this particular is case has been taken just to show like how are the economics that are being worked in this particular case, and it is giving us the savings by 65% and GHG by 95%. So in this particular case, the annual cost savings was 68 lakhs 96,400. Then this was a project cost was 1 crore 14 lakh 99,975. Monthly savings was 5 lakh 74,725. Interest, I mean, since this was a finance project, so 12.5%, and percentage 100% finance project. So it was for 3 years, and so the cost of financing was 23 lakh, and total project cost was 1 crore 38 lakh 49,800. So monthly EMI which was paid by the customer was 3 lakh 84,750. Now here you can see clear cut that monthly savings are 5 lakh to 74,000, And whereas the EMI which was paying that 3,84,000. It means that this is a net cash positive cash flow project. Right? So thus for 1 month we are getting a savings of 1,89,975. Yeah, this is another case of an evaporative condenser. Here again, you can see that the cash flow is positive here in this particular case. The monthly saving was obtained was 89,550 and monthly EMI which was paid by the customer as 58,575. Now you can see that in earlier case and this case, the size of the project is very different. But then again, still you have the saving that is here in this particular case, it was 33% of the cash flow, positive cash flow. And in the last case, it was, around 33%. So in each of these cases, you can see that sizes of the projects are different, but still we are able to give the positive cash flows. Right now, retrofitting is again very important energy efficiency measure, and it is a less capital cost intensive project, and that is why whenever it is possible, one should look for the retrofit measures. And of course, in this particular case, this is a retrofit measure, and many times it is just because of the sizing. I mean, it is some equipments may be oversized, and like if you change the size of that particular equipment, so you may still get the savings. But then why to lose the opportunity when you can really save the energy cost because of this particular project? So here again, this is one more example of the positive cash flow project. Now, we have seen some of the energy efficient measures like motors, blowers. Now, which one to choose? Now, there are plenty, as we discussed earlier, also there are plenty of technologies. So you have to see that you can choose some 6 to 8 projects which will give you higher ROI, and how much is your targeted savings. So that needs to be worked out, and based on that, the energy savings projects have to be chosen. Now, in this particular case, this is for a hotel industry, and here the projects which were chosen were chiller controller, CTI approved cooling tower, and VFDs on the AHUs were installed. Then now again, this is a older project wherein we LED lighting was also one of the opportunity, but of course this opportunity may not be available in most of the projects now, because this is people are very much aware of the LED lighting, and all these changes have already been done. Right now, similarly, laundry is also giving. I mean, steamers in the laundry can give you if you change that steamers, then you can still go for the electrical laundry options for that. Then again, ATCS, that is online condenser cleaning system, that is also giving savings, and again heat pump. So when all these projects were implemented, the savings were to the tune per annum to the tune of more than 2 crores, and GHG emission per annum were 2,373 metric ton, and ROI was 85%. Again, time is again a crucial factor, as you can see, since this project was say some 5 to 6 years ago. So many options were available. But now, as we go further, the awareness is increasing, and the new greenfield projects or the new projects, they are already going for the energy efficiency equipments, right? But still, there is a possibility, and you can explore for the savings, because as it is evolving each day. So as discussed, so this 8 particular projects, they are given the savings to the tune of more than 20%. So here in this particular case, that green line is showing before the project implementation, and energy cost before the project implementation, and after is shown in the blue line. So here you can say that around 20% of the savings are there. Now, just doing the projects is not important, as I said, but we need to monitor it. So in the what was the savings, I mean, you have to keep these savings sustained. So what to do for that? So for that, I mean, this in the first year here you can see that for after the year one, the orange line shows after the year one, and this blue line, it is showing the savings after the year two. Now, how this is maintained? So this is maintained by properly monitoring of the projects. Now, for monitoring, we have online systems also. We have IoT-based systems also now available nowadays. So monitoring is at the same time. Wherever there is some changes, you can look for more projects, because and you can sustain the savings, or even achieve more than what you have achieved in the year one, right? So that should be the objective for any company or any professional working for energy efficiency, that you have to deliver more and more savings. That should be the objective. So here we have given it clearly, like how the baseline cost and the after project energy cost is calculated. Now this is again one of the case study. The same one. Now these are the projects which were implemented there. Again, these are the some of the retrofit technologies that are available. Now, as a number of medicines, what we say nowadays is like there are number of medicines that are available in the medical shop. Similarly, the number of technologies that are available for energy efficiency are also huge. Now, here you can see that ATCS is there, EC fans, average and high temperature heat pump are available for the wherever the hot water requirement is there. Then dynamic controller for chillers, IoT-based dynamic controllers are available. Then evaporative condensers, replacing air-cooled and water-cooled condensers. Then CTA-approved cooling tower, improving chiller and compressor performance. So, I mean, we need not go in like how are they functioning. Right now, what we can see is that these are many technologies that are available. So we have to choose the right technology based on the equipments that we are using, and then we have to implement the projects. So these are again some of the success stories that we have where now here we can see that we have energy efficiency technologies that are available, and what is the achieved, I mean, possible savings because of that. So energy efficient furnace, which is applicable in the forging or the heat treatment sector, you can achieve a saving of 10 to 25%. Then servo motor in PDC machines, that is used in die casting, and here the savings can be 15 to 30%. Then oil fired forging furnaces used in forging and can be used, give 10 to 15%. I hope the sound is not disturbance. Here there is a lot of sound, so I hope the sound is not a disturbance.
No. We can hear you properly.
Yeah, because the procession is going from the nearby roads, and so
No. We can't hear that.
okay, great. Then waste heat recovery is giving a savings of 7 to 20%. VFD-based air compressors. Here, this is having a huge applications in all the sectors, and you can achieve a savings of 10 to 15%. Then energy efficient motors and VFD, and it is giving 5 to, it is giving much more now, because this is old data, and now we have this delivered to the tune of 35% also in some of the cases. And as I said, it differs from case to case. We cannot say that a particular motor has given here so much of saving, so in other industry or other place also it will give the same. It will depend case to case. Then energy efficient mechanized group is energy efficient boilers. So that is giving 8 to 12%. Then induction heaters for reheating, again 10 to 15%. Then lathe machine replacement by CNC engineering. In India, we have lot many old industries which are still using the older machines. So the scope is huge and for changing. And similarly, we should be knowing about the technologies that are available so that it can be properly addressed. And pallet burners replacing HSD and 15 to 25%. And industrial workplace cooling. So it is 5 to 8%. And demand management for induction furnace, 5 to 10%. Then energy efficient furnaces, again 10 to 12%. So, and lower temperature water through heat pump. Again, this heat pump can be used in hotels, hospitals, engineering industries, pharma industries, food industries, and it can give 20 to 30%. So in case of commercial buildings also, the savings can be achieved to the tune of 20 to 35% with energy efficiency. So these are some of the projects that have delivered the savings. And this is from the manufacturing side. Now, when we are talking about these technologies, any professional or any industry or any commercial building, they cannot achieve without the support of all these providers, I mean, service equipment providers. So,
Bhavana, sorry to interrupt, but you have 5 minutes.
Okay,
So
sure.
then
Yeah,
we will take the question and answers. Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So these are the partners of energy efficiency, and who can provide us the subject knowledge as well as support for implementation. Then, while we are talking about industries and commercial buildings, we should not be neglecting the residential sector where the projects are possible, where we should be leading by the example. And these are the projects which are possible in the residential sector, that is water heating, solar water heating, cooling using centralized ducting and adiabatic cooling. Then, of course, lighting with the smart controls, then BLDC fans, heat pumps, and again, EV is one of the options which every person can use. So this is the path for net zero. That is, first reduce the consumption, then generate electricity with your solar. So this example given for my home, wherein we have already done all these things. So this is just about my company. So we use 6 to 10 technologies from the basket of 30 energy efficiency technologies and deliver energy savings. And we assist companies to achieve net zero in most economical manners. And these are some of the technologies which we have already discussed. And we have delivered more than 36 crores of savings here. So thank you for your time, and now I am open for the questions.
Thank you so much, Bhavana ji. That was a wonderful session. I mean, we cannot ask for more. Wonderful first session of the series, Women in Ishrae webinar series. So we open the floor for all the questions. I would request all the participants to, write down your questions in the chat box or the Q&A box. We already have some that we have received. So Gikin Asok, he is, asking a question for some particular type of a building. So the question says that the building is located in a forest region where the ambient temperature ranges from 22 degrees Celsius to 26 degrees Celsius, but the indoor temperature exceeds 26 degrees Celsius. Could you please provide your opinion on implementing a forced ventilation system with air supply and exhaust instead of an air conditioner in a fully enclosed rubble masonry building constructed in 1974?
And okay, so building is located in the forest region. See, like if logistics are possible, and so definitely the projects can be implemented. And of course, for air conditioning, there are many options that are available. and we can use the forced ventilation system in this particular case, but we need to first actually study the space. I mean, what is it being used for, and how is the functioning at that particular place, and then we can comment on this. But definitely there are many options, and of course air conditioning can be avoided. In my office also, I mean, this is a ventilation system, but we are not having a single air conditioner in my office. We are using the ducted air conditioner, a single ducted air conditioner, which is providing the and these coolers are in particular are very useful in places like Nagpur, where it is very hot and not very humid also. So like this, what you have to study, we will have to study that the place properly, and based on that we can come up with the options for replacing the air conditioner. And yeah, so it seems to be a hotel industry. So for hotel industry, there are many projects that are possible, and of course in earlier we have worked for more than 15 hotels and delivered more than 20% of savings in each of the hotels. So definitely in savings in hotel industry are possible, implementation is possible.
Thank you so much. So we have another question from Ashika. She is asking, is the embedded carbon share of the replacements being counted in the GHG emissions, or is it the operational GHG?
See, that means what you are saying is embedded carbon, so that will come in the, I think, scope 3, and operational GHG that will come in the scope 2. Of course, the GHG accounting person is a different person in our place. So definitely he will be able to tell on this one. You can connect to me later and I can give you detail on this. But definitely it can yeah. So it will, I think, come under the scope 3.
Okay. Thank you, madam. The next question is from Tarun Kumar. IE5 motor with VFD or EC fan. Which one of these will have better ROI if motor and blower get replaced in an AHU?
See, we cannot say that there is one particular logic for this particular thing. As I said that it changes from case to case. So we what are the ratings for that particular motors? What he's saying is IE5 motor with VFD or EC fan. So definitely or EC fan and IE5 motor and VFD both will deliver its savings, whether it is a EC fan or any other fan. So definitely the savings will be more and better than EC fan. There are now fans which are energy efficient fans, which super efficient fans which are delivering more savings.
Okay, thank you so much, Bhavana ma'am. I think the people are also praising. They enjoyed your sessions, and especially the examples which you cited. The case studies. They were pretty interesting.
Yes.
So
based on the experience, I mean, we have been working in this field for last 30 years. So definitely when we have to speak with the numbers. Without numbers, I mean, we cannot speak and we cannot give some conclusions on it.
True. That is very true. So would you like to share your contact details with our participants just in case if they would like to?
I'll just share my screen again, or should I type it in the chat box?
Yeah, if you can type it in the chat box, that would be great. So in case somebody wants to connect with you even later with some query.
So this is my phone number and my email ID is
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So for everybody, madam has mentioned her phone number and contact number in the chat box. You can take it from there. And with this, I would request.
Sujal, there's just one more question. Maybe you could take that.
Is there one more question?
Yeah, one Bala Subramanian Kumar has asked.
Yeah, okay. So there's one more question. Yes. Energy can be saved in IE1 motors with VFD when we replace the motor with an energy efficient motor IE5.
Yes, definitely. I1 motors, I don't think it must be existing. I mean, it is not allowed for manufacturing.
Can you repeat your answer once again?
Yeah. I1 motors, definitely I5 motors will give you savings when you're replacing it. And I1 motors are now, I don't think it should be used because manufacturing is now stopped for this I1 motors. I mean, it is not allowed because it is highly inefficient now as compared to I. Now we have, I mean, we are talking about the replacement of I3 motors with I4 and I5 motors. So forget I1 motors. So definitely if you are using I1 motors, it has to be replaced. If not anything, at least by I3 motors.
Okay, so the statement stands true, Mr. Bala
Yes.
Subramanian. Your understanding is correct. Madam is endorsing it. It seems that the chat box is disabled and people are not able to get your phone number and ID. So if you can project your
Yeah,
screen,
I'll share my
your
screen so
contact
that
details,
everyone can see that.
they can take it. Yeah, so the contact number and her email address is there on the screen. Whoever would like to, make a note of it. With that, I would request Ms. Nivedita Jadhav to please take over.
Yeah.
And
So
maybe share a
yeah.
couple of words.
Thank you, Sujal, for hosting it so well. I have no words. I mean, words will be insufficient to thank Bhavana. First is to, when we decided to started the series, and Bhavana was the first one to reply that, okay, she wants to take this opportunity. So she has taken the advantage, and I'm sure she's reaped the benefits by getting a good mileage on this Ishrae platform that Women in Ishrae has started. Bhavna, it was a wonderful session. I mean, unbelievable session, beyond my expectations.
Thank you so much.
A wonderful start for this series. I hope many of our members who are in the audience, women members, will want to take advantage of this session.
Yeah.
And the best topic to start with, I mean, especially when India is talking about net zero 2070, but 2070 we all know is much, much later. We have to really start it as reach that level as early as possible. And the target industry that you covered majorly is the industrial, which again, most of us as Ishrae members are not much aligned. We are more from the comfort segment. So thank you for taking examples from the industrial segment, especially. What we normally say, energy efficiency is a very low hanging fruit. That's what you actually focused on. How an existing building can reach net zero. You've shown the pathway. Nothing like, I'm sure people will have really found a lot of opportunities that they can think of in approaching the net zero pathway.
Yes,
So thank you once again, Bhavna. I hope you will also benefit by sharing your number, and you will get a lot of business from this platform. That's what is one intent of Jayanthi, that our women members should get an opportunity to rise in their careers and benefit from this platform that Ishrae has given through Women in Ishrae.
Thank you
so with this, I would like to thank Jayanthi once again to have decided on the series, Sujal for anchoring. And yes, I mean, I will not want to miss telling all our audience about the next sessions which are coming up in the following months. One is next month we have a topic called Chiller Heat Pumps by Kshama Jain. Everyone knows who Kshama is, I'm sure, from Sujal naam bata company ka. KHEMS Technologies, pardon me. Next, we have our own Sujal Shah, who's going to talk on basics of firefighting for HVAC engineers. That will be followed in the month after that. And in between, we'll also have Dr. Anita Burade from Nasik, who will be speaking on future in sustainability in the built environment. So we have these three lined up. Any one of you who's an Ishrae women member, please do reach out to us, to Jayanthi or me, and take advantage of this opportunity to present. With this, thank you, Meenakshi, for the backend support, and to Ravi also. Look forward to meeting you all in the next event. Thank you so much.
If they are not women members of Ishrae, maybe they can sign up for membership.
Yes, indeed. You all can become women Ishrae members, irrespective of the gender. We encourage all of you all to become members, but women in the HVAC field, and of course, we are no longer limited to the HVAC field. We have broadened our horizons, and like Sujal is from the fire industry, but she is an Ishrae member and benefiting us and giving benefit to the society. So we all are welcome.
Thank you.
That's it from me. Thank you, Sujal, and thank you, Jayanthi, again. Thank you, Bhavana.
Thank you,
See you
thank you,
soon.
Nivedita. You are the brain behind the session. In fact, I have
You are
to tell-
behind.
Okay, just I initiated it on behalf of women in history.
I have to thank the 50 plus audience who joined, 100 plus audience who registered. Nothing, can't expect a better start.
Hey, this is the first time now I've seen so many people have joined. Many men were there actually. Okay, instead of women. Okay, so that means the topic would have attracted. Okay, so it's really meaningful for the people. I think it is justified. I think so.
Yeah, Jayanthi, I see you traveling now.
We have one more question. Somebody is asking, will we be providing the recording via email? Are we going to